Dramatic music. The Golan Heights. In 1973, this rocky terrain on the Israeli-Syrian border turned into a brutal battleground. The landscape is barren, volcanic, and fiercely contested. Israel captured it from Syria during the Six-Day War in 1967, and now both nations lay claim to it. October 6th. It's Yom Kippur, the holiest day in Judaism. As Israelis observe the holiday, Syrian forces launch a surprise attack. Their aim to reclaim the Golan Heights and restore national honor. Dramatic music intensifies. The Syrians amass a formidable force, 50,000 infantry, 600 artillery pieces, and 1,200 tanks. On the other side, Israel has fewer than 6,000 light infantry, 60 artillery pieces, and 170 tanks. Lieutenant Colonel Yair Nafshi of the 74th Israeli Tank Battalion recalls the moment he knew something was wrong. Translator. At 12, a commander from the Herman post calls me and he says, "Yair, the Syrians are taking off their camouflage nets from their artillery." And then I act instinctively. So I turn my jeep around, gather all my men and say to them, "Look, the scenario is that the Syrian army is removing their camouflage screens. I don't know what this means." The bombardment begins, explosions booming, artillery rains down and Syrian planes attack. The Syrians have Soviet-designed T-55 and T-62 tanks. The T-55S are small, hard to hit with a 100 mm main cannon. The T-62S have better armor and a more powerful 115 mm cannon. On the Israeli side, the Shot Kal tanks are upgraded Centurions with 152 mm frontal armor and a 105 mm cannon accurate beyond 3,600 meters. Tense music. The battle is fierce. In the north, Israeli forces hold the line despite being outnumbered. In the south, however, Syrian forces push through. The Valley of Tears sees some of the most intense fighting. Heavily outnumbered Israeli forces led by Colonel Kahalani hold off a Syrian armored division, destroying hundreds of tanks. Translator. It's inconceivable, it's an inferno. The Syrians make use of night combat advantages with infrared systems. Israeli forces, lacking this technology, rely on night vision binoculars to detect the infrared beams. Despite initial Syrian gains, Israeli forces launch a counteroffensive. By October 9th, they've reclaimed much of the southern Golan. Dramatic music. The Battle of Hushniya becomes a turning point. Israeli reserves destroy over 200 Syrian tanks, halting their advance. In the north, however, the fight continues. The Valley of Tears sees relentless combat. Israeli tankers, heavily outnumbered, utilize superior tactics and long-range gunnery to hold off Syrian forces. Translator. When David goes out to fight Goliath, he made the decision to fight him with a slingshot, and he knew he could defeat Goliath because he won't enter in range of Goliath's weapons, and from outside that range, he hits him with a rock and knocks him over. I'm going to be David. By October 11th, Israel launches its own offensive into Syria. On October 23rd, Syria capitulates. Somber music. The Yom Kippur War results in heavy casualties, 21,000 dead and tens of thousands wounded. Israeli tank losses range between 400, 500, while Arab losses are between 1,200, 2,200. The Golan Heights remain a contested territory, a symbol of both national pride and tragedy. Dramatic music fades out.